up until I'm not sure which is which, until I see the stalactites dripping acidic death, threatening to that thing I just said, I didn't just say. Plants cleanse the air. Well, they do what they can. But never did far more than that. Maybe it's strange to be friends with a plant, but stranger things have happened, where I am right now being one of them.
How it flows in and out of one story to the next, and it sort of slowly lets you into the character, it slowly lets you into the journey, I guess, and you see just how slowly little things click together and suddenly you find yourself in this situation that is really not where you thought you'd ever end up.
I thought the reading was excellent. It went into great details. I like the way it kept changing from Little Red Riding Hood back to reality. The intertwining of the two stories, it's made you think about Little Red Riding Hood as a story as to how you know it goes, but when they actually talked about their experiences as well and married them together, I would have never thought of that. That was excellent.
I just thought it was fantastically moving, and it was framed in a way that made you think a lot, not necessarily a lot more deep, but you just kind of saw things in a different way, with a kind of abstract nature of a lot of it. And I've had friends who have been in that situation, and I recognise those moments very much so.
Front door doesn't open. I try again, still no. Hands full, I throw down the bags and the tubes with the posters for the presentation, and I try again. Locked. Locked in.
To be able to be involved with something so personal to somebody, to so many people in the room, and that's been drawn immediately from their personal experiences is probably something that I've never really done before, and it was great. Really great.
Reputation on the line. I've got 5 minutes to get out of the house if I'm to have a hope of getting there on time. The windows all locked. Lost the keys ages ago. Back door locked.
How's the experience been of working with us over the last year?
It actually has opened up my eyes. It's made me actually be more confident in myself and be more honest with myself, and don't be too shy about what's going on. Just be truthful, and I want everyone out there to know, because it is happening, and we've got to teach the young ones. We've got to put it into schooling. We've got to put it in work atmosphere. We've got to put it in, every form of work environment, for women to be able to get hold of that information, so it can just make life so much easier for women. Women haven't got the right to be living like this anymore. We shouldn't be living like this anymore. There's got to be changes.
It's pretty hardcore for a young person to hear all this stuff, but then you sort of know it's happening around everywhere. You know that abuse is happening behind the screens, and it sort of helps you in a way for the future, just to be aware of these situations, not to get into them. Being able to recognise if your friend's in one of them.
It could be anybody, and lots of people don't even think it, I think they put it in maybe a certain bracket of people who suffer like this, and I just think it's a lot more widespread than a lot of people realise.
It reminded me of a woman who I helped through a divorce, and she lost all self-esteem and didn't know what she knew, and she got locked out of the house. She had her computer stolen, and all this, it all sort of resonated as real truth, and it was scary.
It's like being in the wolf's belly. You're trapped with your story, but when you actually sit down with other ladies and express yourself, and then you realise, oh my gosh, she's got the same story, maybe not done in the same way, but the end result is still the same.
Of the stomach, up the esophagus, and through the pharynx, out of the mouth. I tell him I want him gone. He says he's not leaving, which is what I expect. So we'll do it the hard way. Police, courts, lawyers, outsiders all want to know, but it took me years to know.
Yeah, I really felt them sort of go on that journey with her, and right at the end, when there's this sort of 5-minute finale, I suppose, for want of a better word, or marathon, as Sean might call it. Yeah, I really felt it built and everyone sort of leaning forward, and that's just so satisfying. And then speaking to a few of the women afterwards, them saying that like they felt like it had come from them, it just was the best thing ever.
The play, not all bits related to me in one sense, but it kind of just, I don't know, I was smiling through it, kind of, I don't know, I kind of felt like it was almost written for me in one sense, just because I understood every kind of part of it. And yeah, and the podcast, kind of strange hearing my own voice, but it sounded really good. I sounded like a real auntie, and it was quite convincing if I don't say so myself. It was good, I really enjoyed it.